So that's one of the major ways you can discover your purpose. If you are still stuck, if you're still thinking, I don't know what my purpose is, I don't know what my this is, I don't know what my that is, ask yourself one simple question. And that's what I'm going to leave you guys here with today. Ask yourself one simple question. What comes to me naturally? Naturally, like I don't struggle, I don't stress. This thing, I do it with ease. And you will realize that those things, some people struggle to do them. But it will come to you naturally because God has deposited that thing inside of you. Like I said, everything you need to fulfill your purpose has already been deposited inside of you. It is not when you are fulfilling your purpose that God is going to deposit it into your life. It's already inside of you. All you need to do is find it and start using it. Find it and start using it. As you work the journey of purpose, it will be unfolded to you better. But you will never know if you do not start using it. You guys know the parable of the talent, where the master gave one talent, and gave another one 5, and the one with 1 went and buried it. Okay, right? He went and buried it. That is the same way when you don't use what God has given you, what He has deposited inside of you. That talent, that servant was supposed to use it to fulfill a purpose, but he didn't use it. He thought it was too small. Whatever talent that you have, whatever thing that it is that comes to you naturally, don't think about it that it's too small. That cannot be what God created me for. Who told you that? Who told you that? If you look at the parable of the talents, it's the same thing. They were already given something. Whatever it is that you need to fulfill your purpose, you already have it. Find it. It will come to you naturally. It is something that is within your grasp. Some of you, you know how to market people. You can sell anything. You know how to crack people up. You know how to do, like nobody taught you how to do makeup, but just watching a video, you can already carve your brows. These things will come to you naturally. It will not take extra from you, okay? That's how you know that that is the talent that God has given you. And that talent is what you're going to use to fulfill your purpose. Are you with me? So if you, like I said, if you look at the parable of the talents, it's basically the same thing as fulfilling purpose. God has given you something, and that's something that He has given you, which is talent. You are supposed to use it to fulfill a certain purpose. But the first thing that you need to do is, instead of burying it in the ground and thinking, oh, this is useless, oh, this thing does not matter, oh, this thing is small, when my mates are doing this, when my mates are doing that, it's now me that will be doing this small thing. Instead of you burying it under the ground, you need to bring it out and start utilizing it. It is from that one talent that you would begin to discover more. If the servant that He gave 1 talent had used it, it would have multiplied, it would have become something more. That's why I said, finding your purpose is not a destination. It's something that you continually walk that journey. As you trust God, as you walk that journey, more will be unveiled to you. You will begin to know more. So I don't want this video to be too long, but if you take away anything from this video, is that number 1, you need to walk with God. All right? That's your maker. Number 2, find what comes to you naturally. That is your talent. That is what God has given you. That is what God has deposited in you to help you fulfill your purpose. So find that talent. It's not something you will struggle to find. You will find it easily. You already know that this thing comes to you naturally, but you are probably downplaying it. You are downplaying it and thinking it doesn't matter. It's too small. It's just this small talent. Why do I think this is going to make anything for me? Why do I think that this is going to be God's purpose? Find it. It is already with you. You already have it inside of you. So bring out that talent. And the number 3 thing is step out. Step out and start to use that talent that God has given to you. It will not multiply. It will not grow when you keep it hidden. So my dear sisters, you want to find your purpose? You want to? Great. These are the things that you need to do. What comes to you naturally? And start using it. Like I said, my own, I realized quickly that it was relating to food. Anytime my husband says, is there any business that you want to start? I say, I think it will be relating to food or anything relating to kitchen, blah, blah, blah. There are still other things, because if you remember the parable of the talents, some he gave more than one. Yes. And I believe that God has given us several talents as human beings. So I don't try to limit myself or limit my thinking to think that, okay, it's only food. Tomorrow, if you see me doing something else additional to this one I'm doing, it's part of my talent that God has given me. Yes, and it's part of working my purpose. So don't even limit yourself to one thing. You might have even found one thing that you feel comes to you naturally, but it is possible that there are other things. God did not give us one talent. I don't think he did not give me one talent. It's now you that will decide between yourself how many God has given you. Do you get? He gave some 5, right? He didn't give them 5 of the same talent. Oh, hear me. Oh, it's not 5 of the same talent. 5 different talents, right? So that means that the world is waiting for your expression. That means you're going to express yourself and find purpose in different things. That's why I said purpose is not a destination. Finding your purpose is a continuous journey. And another thing that I have learned is that a lot of times, some of these things will be revealed to you with time. There's some purpose that you will not discover until a certain age. And God has just made it so. God has just made it so. There are some talents that you have that you might not have discovered. You will not discover until a certain age or a certain season of your life. That is when it will begin to manifest. So I don't believe God even gave you one talent, oh my dear sisters. I believe that he has deposited multiple talents in us so that we can show forth his glory. He has deposited so many things in you and I so that we can show forth his glory. It's not only one thing. So if you have one thing that you're already doing and you feel like there's something else that I like that comes to me naturally, get up and start doing it in addition. Because you already know now that God has deposited multiple talents in us. It's not only one thing. That's why you see businessmen doing multiple things, investing in multiple things, knowing about multiple things. God did not give them only one talent. We have different talents that are deposited inside of us. So my dear sisters, you can discover your purpose, right? It is time you discover your purpose and start working in that purpose. It is in working in purpose that greatness shows forth. You cannot be great outside of your purpose. And if you're going to be great outside of your purpose, you will struggle through it, because a lot of times those things are not going to come to you naturally. Because God did not deposit that talent for that thing inside of you. So you are going to be struggling with your flesh. I'll be struggling by your own power. Except God just, breathes on it and grants favor and mercy, which is always there. But you see the things that God has already deposited in you and I, when you start to work in it, it's only greatness. It can only be greatness. Okay? And when you start, be consistent. Be consistent. All right? So that's all I have to tell you guys about finding your purpose. And I really hope that this video is helpful. Okay? I feel like I couldn't start this series without something that would be beneficial for us ladies before we get into deep talks like marriage, like children, like finances, like husband, like this, like relationships and all that. Before we get into that, it is important that you find your purpose as a sister, okay? Find your purpose. So that when we are talking, we're going to be talking from a point of greatness, because you and I are going to be great, okay? If you guys have enjoyed watching, let me know in the comments. If you have anything that you would like me to talk about on this series, please do well to drop me a comment. And you can also write me on the email address on your screen. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next turn. Mwah! Love you, sister. Bye.